at their leisure. What better thing to do on Christmas Eve than to watch a fan club? So here I am in my jester hat, and it is my 1-year anniversary today. I started a year ago today, and just really, really happy about it. It's a lot of work, but mainly because of all the people, well, except for a couple of you here, and I won't name names. No, but you all make it really fun to do this job, and love the questions, and I don't always have the answers, but oh, hi, Lisa. But you all make it fun. So thank you for a good first year, and here's to many more. Okay. That being said, there's a couple things I want to have happen today, and I'm going to prep you for one that'll come at the end so that everybody can be thinking about this, because in my Sun Valley office here, I've asked all the agents to just sing one line of their favorite Christmas carol, and we're going to mash it up into a video, and that's going to be the office Christmas card to all the MLS, mainly because I want all those agents out there that aren't in our office to know that we are a lot of fun here, and we don't mind getting outside of our comfort zone. Anyway, by the end of this, towards the end, anyone on the call, I want you to just sing your one line of your favorite Christmas song. Just one line. So jingle bells, jingle all the way, that would be it, whatever, okay? So part of 2018 is get out of your comfort zone, and this will be a good start to that. I can see a couple of you are already like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Okay, Sonia just reminded me, I should have prepped you for this too. I would love anyone on the call, or if you're watching this later, to get out a piece of paper and write things down as we're going through, because we're gonna look at about 10 different slides of things that I think will, you're not going to do them all, but things that I think will help you prep and prime for a really dazzling 2018. And so as we're going through this, if you write some notes down, it might be helpful as opposed to not doing it at all or whatever. Do you have to send me anything? No, but I hope I'm not wasting people's time, and I hope that some of this stuff is useful. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share with you a series of slides, and each slide has just a little saying on it, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit, and anyone can jump in and say whatever. So whether you're brand new to the company or have tons of experience, have already done this, think this is dumb, whatever, just lay into it, please, so that we all benefit from everybody's expertise. So here I go with some sharing screen. Okay, desktop 1, share screen. So in just a minute, you should see something there. Okay. All right. You see a bunch of flowers? Someone say yes. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. When I was in Grand Junction, I guess 2 weeks ago now, we had a training with a corporate person, and she said something that has just totally stuck with me. Now, she was talking to the MDs about reaching out and calling people to recruit and calling agents and that sort of thing. And she said, real estate is a contact sport. And I was like, as a former athlete, and I can still run and everything, but as a former athlete who that just makes so much sense to me, that real estate is a contact sport. And so thing number one that I want to focus on for 2018 is for all agents, all MDs, all OMs for that matter, to keep in mind and just have in your head that real estate is a contact sport. And what that means to me, and this is where people can jump in and share your ideas or your arguments, but you're not going to get anything done if you're not reaching out and touching people. Okay, you can spend all the money you want on lead generation and on Facebook. You can do all sorts of silly stuff on your computer, but if you're not doing that work of contacting people in meaningful ways, you're not going to get the job done. You're not going to win the game. So thinking about it in these terms, as someone who used to play football and basketball and love just contact, this to me makes perfect sense. And so as I sit in my MD office every day and try to do my hour of power, like, this is the only way to do it. Contact. Reaching out and calling people, emailing people, doing stuff beyond just that. But if you contact people, you're going to see your garden grow. Oh, and by the way, being an English major and a metaphor dork, I've tried to make every photo match what we're talking about. Extra prize if you can say, yeah, that works, or no, not at all, because you got the metaphor totally wrong. Okay, so that's my first. There's nothing you can do with this. I don't need to write anything down, but I want you to keep in mind that real estate is a contact sport, and I think it's a great saying as we move into 2018, especially for those of us who like to pick up the phone and make those calls. Okay, next one. We've talked about this ad nauseum, perhaps, but it's one of the things I love about this company is that it's a company that believes in service. And so when I say be of service, I'm not necessarily talking about our Distinctive Angels program, although that's certainly part of it. But if you're an agent and you're thinking of yourself as a person of service, you are delivering value every time you're in touch with someone, that value is going to come back to you. That service is going to come back to you. I totally believe that. Every conversation you have is not about, well, here's what the market's doing, or here's why I think you should buy or sell right now. I think that when you are providing service to your clients, information, value, they are going to come back to you. They feel obliged to you. You become an authority figure when you are of service. So even though it's a selfless act, I really believe that as agents, if you put service first and income second, your income is going to grow. So I just said, thought, hey, let's make sure we say this. As I've been watching year-end things by, Tom Ferry and Brian Buffini and Darren, what, Darcy, Hardy, what's that guy's name? Like, service comes out of all these people. So that's the attitude that we should have in 2018, is be of service, and it's going to come back with more deals, I think. Again, if anyone wants to jump in and share their experience, I'm not an agent, you all know that, but I'd be happy to hear anecdotes or what have you. Okay? All right. Here's something that might be counterintuitive to what you're being told by your coaches or by your spouses or whatever, but get even better at what you're already good at. Okay, so we always are talking about, like, improve your weaknesses, and obviously you have to be working at that. But I really think that if you're good at something, lead conversion. Kathy, raise your hand. Kathy Nicolaisens is a beast when it comes to taking a lead from Zillow, let's say, and turning it into someone that wants to work with her. She is really, really, really good at that. She's also really good, Kathy, you don't mind I'm sharing this, I hope. She's also really good at making an open house count for her, whether it's her open house or not. People come in, she is really, really good at convincing them to work with her. And not in a sticky and gross way, but she's really good at that. And so in our couple coaching meetings that we've had, it's like, Kathy, so capitalize on that. Do even more of that. Get even better at that, because that's your go-to play, right? And if you're not good at your go-to play, I don't think it makes much sense to work on your weaknesses, because what are you going to rely on? So make sure you know what your 2 or 3 strengths are as an agent working with your clients, and really exploit those in 2018. Hi, Eileen, nice to see you. Nice turtleneck for a winter day. Exploit the things that you're really, really good at, and just don't let anyone convince you that you're not good at these things. Get better at them, and you're going to see more results. Because if you look at what you've sold in the last 2 years and you think about, how did those sales come to pass? How did those clients decide to work with me, or how did I get them to get in the game? I'm betting it's because you did a couple things that you're already really, really good at. So find that pattern that works for you, exploit it, get better at it, and I think you're going to find better results. There are lots of things that we're all not good at. Worry about those a little bit, but capitalize on the good stuff. Okay, so that would be slide number 3. So far, this has been super interactive, and I'm really enjoying all the interaction here. Okay, next one, slide 4. Okay, I'm borrowing this from the company. One of the things, and I've told you all this before, but one of the things I loved about my first interactions with the company is our mission statements on the wall in the office. And I'm like, coming from schools that had mission statements galore, for a real estate company to have a mission statement that was public and that I think makes sense and makes me feel good, I just think that's fantastic. But the company mission statement is a broader thing. What's yours? I know we have one team here that has a team mission statement, and they use it in their collateral. They abide by it. It's not just a bunch of words. Eileen just said, hey, Ross, get on that. Get right in that mission statement. Let's go. Ross is like, okay. Do you have a mission statement? What even is a mission statement? Maybe in the follow-up, I'll make sure to put it in there. But if you have a mission statement, hi, Roscoe. If you have a mission statement, it's like it's just like having a map that you know you can always follow. No matter where you are in a deal, no matter where you are with a client, if you're having a bad month or whatever, you come back to that mission statement, and that's the foundation from which everything else you do comes from. And as long as I think you have that undergirding, I think you're going to be able to work through situations that are tough. So I think it's a good exercise, even if you don't use it in your advertising, your collateral, or have it on your website or whatever, to even think about what your mission statement as an individual agent would be. I think is really going to propel you in 2018 to work more closely to who you are. Because what I see in real estate is sometimes we have to get outside of who we are or what we're comfortable with just to get a deal done. And I want us to make sure we are always operating from a place that is true to us. Okay, I don't mean to get all woo here or anything like that, but having a mission statement, it gives you that foundation. So I would encourage you to write that. And again, I will send along the company mission statement when I send out the video of this, so that you'll have that. Does anyone have a mission statement for yourself? Yeah, Ross is almost done. No? Okay. It's a great exercise. And the best schools I was ever in, we actually would go to our mission statement every year and just make sure we knew what the heck it was saying over and over. We wouldn't change. You don't want to change it every year because hopefully you did it right the first time. But to be able to revisit that, it focuses you. And what better time to focus on things than right at the end of 2017 as you're getting ready to have an awesome 2018. Okay, write a mission statement. Oh, how does the photo fit? Okay, well, so there's a road like going along the trees, and as long as you have a mission statement, I think you can always follow your road. Stupid, so stupid. Okay, next one. What's your one word? All right, I borrowed this from the book that Teresa and Todd gave me early on in my year here. I think it was last February. It's a book called One Word, I think, and it's a really short book. No, I'm kidding. It's just about figuring out, instead of having all these goals, like, oh, here's my goal, here's my strategy, which you have to have. I'm not saying don't have those. I'm saying this book really spoke to me because it just said, get rid of all the noise. Get rid of all the stuff that you're going to look at every day to help you with your business, but come up with your one word for the year and change it every year. But come up with your one word for the year that will keep you on track. Okay? Let me remind you that as I'm going through these 8 or 10 slides or whatever, I'm not expecting you to do all of these. Like, some of this will work, and it's like going to a conference. You don't take something from every seminar, every meeting, but maybe there's 2 or 3. It's like, oh, this fits me. So my one word for 2017 has been embrace, as in a verb. Embrace, that's my word. So whether I'm having a good day or a bad interaction or a good interaction, my thought has been to embrace. Embrace it. It's an opportunity for X, Y, or Z, and that has helped me through, a year that hasn't always been awesome, personally and professionally, whatever. But if you just think about, for me, embrace, it helps me get through that stuff, because I'm like, oh, I can take this challenge and I can embrace it, and I can make it work for me. Okay. Now I'm going to be changing my word probably to pizza or something like that, because I've really been into pizza lately. But for 2018, I think I'll go through this exercise again. How do you decide on your word? I don't know. You can pray about it. You can think about it. You can ask other people, but it should be a fairly personal thing, that word that you use. And again, it becomes like a little friend that you have sitting on your shoulder, the good one, not the bad one. That when you're in tough times, you can rely on this word to get you through. I know Todd's word, I think, was it was prepare. Or no, it was preparation for 2017. Todd, I hope you're okay with me saying that. But his word was preparation. I asked Teresa what her word was, and I don't want to tell you what she told me. But anyway, if you have one word for your year, I think it's helped me, and that's all I'm trying to do is pass on stuff that has been good for me. So, okay. Anyone out there have a word that they use this year, or they have a word that they? What's that?
Mine's focus.
Focus. All right, Rick. Thank you very much from Vail. Focus. And like, that's an awesome one to have, because it's so easy. And we were just doing some leadership stuff about this. Like, all of you, agents, MDs, OMs, your focus is so peripheral sometimes and so ancillary, and so and none of that helps us get the job done. So that's a great one to have, is the F word, focus. Anyone else have a word that they've used this year to sort of guide them? Okay. Hopefully you'll, again, I'm not expecting, there's no homework here. okay, in 3 days, send me your one word. If you want to, awesome. I would love that. But if this speaks to you, exploit it. Ask me questions. I can send you a one sheet, Jennifer, about about how to come up with your one word. All right, moving on. More woo-woo stuff. I don't know. I've never done these before getting to this company, and the first thing that Kathy gave me, I think, when I got here was the Miracle Morning book, which I read one night, which was, I suppose, counterintuitive to the title. But anyway, it's about making sure that your mornings are getting you off onto the right into the right frame of mind. And one of those things that the author said is, make sure you're doing affirmations. And for me, I'd never done these. I'd never even thought about, spending time thinking or being quiet in the morning or whatever. It felt woo-woo to me. But I'm like, hey, I just changed companies. Got a bunch of agents that I don't already like in Grand Junction. No, I'm kidding, Eileen. And so I thought, hey, maybe I'll change some stuff up. So I started doing these affirmations. It takes about 3 minutes in the morning, and I say them 6 or 7 times over and over. It's about 4 or 5 phrases. And, I don't want to sound like Jack Handy and Al Franken, but my goodness, they kind of work. It's kind of like that mission statement. For me, it's been a thing that has allowed me to focus, and if things are tough, to go back to that, oh yeah, I can get through this, because every morning I start my brain thinking about ways to compose myself and to behave. And if you've got the mindset, the rest usually follows. You watch Tom Ferry's video that he sent out earlier in the week. He's talking about the first thing you need to do is be the thing. Not do the thing or have the thing, but you need to be the thing. And if you be the thing, you're more likely to do the thing, and then you're more likely to have the thing. And a lot of times we get caught up in the doing to have it in order to be something. And he said, flip that around. Be it first. It'll help you do it, and it'll help you have whatever you want. For me, and I bring this up because for me, affirmations get you into the be mindset. I'm going to be this today. I'm going to be of service today. One of my lines is, I'm a problem solver. I love to be of service, and this sounds corny. And people like having me around, because sometimes I have insecurity about being in groups and like, oh, no one wants me around. So I tell myself, look, I'm a problem solver. I can solve problems. I love to be of service, and people like having me around. Those 3 little phrases are bunched into one part of my affirmations, and it helps me, go through the day. And if someone has something that doesn't seem solvable, I tell myself, no, I'm a problem solver. We'll get through this. Okay? So I be the thing first, and that's through my affirmations. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling like I don't mean to sound like some sort of a mind therapist or anything like that. Just stuff. We're almost done. You guys are being great. All right. Okay, here's one that you can maybe write down or think about, and really, what's going to change your game in 2018? What is your game changer? What's the thing that's going to propel your business to 20% more, or help you fulfill whatever goals you put into your business plan? One of the most common sayings we hear is like, if you do the same thing over and over and expect different results, well, that's not going to work. So if you're expecting different results in 2018, which your MDs and your coaches should be helping you expect, we want 20% increases across the board. Okay, how are you going to get there? Are you just going to work harder and put 20% more time into everything to get to that 20% number? Or are you going to figure out a strategy that allows you to keep your time, but is more efficient and more effective? So do you have a game changer for 2018? Do you have something that you've talked about with your coach or with your spouse or another business partner that is like, we're going to do this and we're going to take a chance, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be our game changer for 2018? I don't know. It totally depends on your personality, of course, but it also depends on your ability to get outside your comfort zone. Game changers, think about football. If a game changer is a Hail Mary or an onside kick or a fake play. In other words, they're risky things. They are risky. And if you don't do something risky, it probably doesn't qualify as a game changer, would be my sense. So there is some risk to it, but the risk should equal the reward, as long as you're choosing game changers that are thoughtful and sensible and that you can execute. If your game changer is to knock on 5,000 doors in the year 2018, that's probably not going to be able to happen just because of time. But maybe a game changer would be to say, every quarter I'm going to knock on 50 doors. If that's outside your comfort zone, if it makes you go, oh my God, I'd never do that, it's probably something you should think about. one of my game changers for 2018, and my office is going to hear about this little contest, is I want to, by the end of the first quarter, I want to have 100 phone calls where I've been told no. And it's not just me calling up the same woman over and over. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about calling agents and having them say no. The game changer for me this year is going to be comfortable with rejection. The guy that we watched in the YouTube video, someone help me with his name, Darren Hardy, whatever. Being rejected all the time is super liberating. Because if you go into a phone call, obviously you want to have someone respond to you, and you don't want to have expectations. Oh, I'm a loser. Just say no. Okay, good. Click one off. But if you get told no all the time, you're free. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I got rejected. Oh, hey, okay, on the next one. So my game changer and a little bit of a mindset change for me this year is to be totally fine with rejection. And in fact, to embrace it and to feel like it's a liberating thing, because that's okay. And I learn every single time, and I just get more comfortable. And so not that I'm going to play the role of a loser, that's not it, but I'm going to embrace rejection as another step that's going to get me to the success that I want for my office, which for this office here is I want 15 new agents in our office by the end of 2018. But you're not going to get there if you only expect success. The guy used a really cool metaphor about the ball thing, the pendulum thing, right, or whatever it's called. And I think I agree with this. Someone can correct me or articulate this better, but like, you can't put as much effort into success as you can into failure. It doesn't quite work, but at any rate, you can go really hard and fail, and that's fine. But you're not guaranteed to go really hard and succeed. So if you're okay with going really hard and failing, that's all right, because it's going to get you to the point where that ball is going to swing back this way with equal force. Oh, that's how I use that metaphor. Okay. I know a lot of you are like, can this guy just push mute, please? Oh my God. All right, we got about 4 left. 4 left. Hang in there. Okay. Oh, here's read a book by the end of the first quarter. I'm a reader right now. I'm reading a book on how to be funnier, which is kind of depressing actually. It's sort of counterintuitive, but like I want to be funnier in a good way, not in an obnoxious way, which most of you know me as. So I'm trying to figure out how to be less rude and sarcastic and still get smiles on people's faces. Anyway, here's some books. I picked this one up at the library. It's backwards. To Sell as Human by Daniel Pink. I think he wrote some other books. A lot of us have this Life by Design, or Ethel-Yab Nesigedid, if you read it backwards. That's a Tom Ferry book, Life by Design. Here's one I just picked up at the library. It's really cool. It's called The 4 Tendencies. And I'm just going to tell you what it's about really quick. It's about, instead of personality types, whatever, there's 4 types of people out there. Upholders, people who do things because it feels right inside as well as it's expected of them. There's obligers, people who don't feel it's right but will do it anyway because they're obliged to. Questioners, I don't even know about that. And then rebels, like, don't even talk to me about that. All of us fit into one of those 4 is the theory of this 4 Tendencies book. I'm on page 18. I don't know where I am yet, if I'm a rebel or a whatever. At any rate, there's lots of books out there. Literature, real estate, self-help, motivation, whatever. Just read a book by the end of the first quarter because it's good for your brain. It gets you out of what you're doing and settles you down. Part of the miracle morning, in fact, that I referred to earlier, where we do the affirmations, is to finish by reading for 15 minutes. Now, they'll all tell you, make sure you're reading self-help books, whatever. If I'm reading a novel, if I'm reading a book about how to be funnier, that's what I'm going to spend time on. But reading is good. Reading is a sign of civilized life. Oh, and here was the photo. I like this one. These are my 2 friends. We were out hiking, and these guys came along. This is the dad on the right and the kid on the left. And to me, reading a book is like being with your dad. And you know, dad's looking at him, giving him a little bit of insight about life. Books are like dads to me. So that's what that photo was all about. All right. Oh, hey, what did we spend the whole year doing? We talked about raving fans. Our company wants you all to be raving fans of our company. Not always possible. We didn't always hit the mark. I think we had pretty good responses on the surveys. In fact, the better ones came when there was money attached to the surveys. But we want, and we will still want, all of you, the OMs, the agents, the staff, to be raving fans of what CBDP is doing. Okay, what I want in 2018 is for you, the agents, to make sure that your clients are raving fans of you. And you do that by slide number 2, being of service. Some guy I was watching yesterday do his end of the year speech said he knows an agent who his A list of contacts, he knows their birthdays, 30 of them, didn't do 500 or whatever. And he had a cake and delivered it to each of the people on his A list of contacts throughout the year. A birthday cake. Didn't have a brochure on it, didn't say, are you ready to buy or sell? These are the people that he knows are his people, and he delivered birthday cakes to their house throughout the year. That's raving fans. That's service that is going to make sure that they call you when they're ready for business. So what are you doing as an agent or as an MD or as an OM to make sure that the people you're working with are going to be raving fans? Not just like, oh, that was good, but like, when they're in the store, they're like, oh my God, I just had the greatest real estate experience with Eileen. It was unbelievable. She's so good. People don't talk about the good stuff unless it's exceptional. So only if we make raving fans will people be out there giving those referrals that all of us want so badly. So this ties a little bit to what's your game changer in 2018. What do you know you do really well that will make sure that your A list and your B list, people you work with most closely, are raving fans of what you do? Okay, so again, this is a mindset thing. If you think of your clients as they need to be raving fans so that they're out there saying my name all the time, you're going to interact with them differently. Let me put my MD hat on, and when I call agents, even if they say no, I want them, they're not going to be raving fans of my company. I get that. They work for some other color. That's fine. But I'll still send them stuff from that I'm putting together from our office about the market. I'm going to send them videos that we're doing here that are dorky, like that dorky MD one that some of you saw. Like, here's a new MD, isn't he great? And I'm falling over and stapling my finger wrong, whatever. Because they might not be raving fans, but they're going to know that something's going on in our office. Something's going on with this agent that is really exceptional. And so if you can figure out what that is and deliver it every time you interact with your clients, they're going to be more likely to talk about you. If you're just good, if you just do the basics, they're not going to talk about you. Okay, so make your clients raving fans. We're almost done. There were 2 words that I think Todd really hammered on this year, and I love both of the words. And during the summer, we tried to get people to be hashtagging grateful or gratitude. I really believe in this, and I know with the office we have here in Sun Valley with Jennifer as our OM, she expresses gratitude all the time. It's just a good thing. It's so nice to hear thank you. And it's nice to say it, actually. So is gratitude something that you are expressing regularly, even with your clients? Even though they should be thanking you, you need to be thanking them for their business, for their continued support. You, as an agent, need to be thanking your OM or your MD or your coach or your staff people, your marketing team, your transaction concierge. Are you expressing the gratitude in genuine ways that's going to make everybody want to do more for you? Because really, that's what happens if you are grateful. People like doing stuff for you. So express gratitude regularly, and you're going to see that stuff come back, I really think. Okay, so we're almost done. Here's the other word that Todd really started hammering on in our leadership retreat at the end of October, beginning of November. And all of you that came to the Christmas parties heard about some of the great numbers that CBDP is generating. And we're bigger than most markets that we're in as a company. You know, $600+ million of volume in 2017. That's bigger than a lot of the markets. So do we have swagger? As agents, as MDs, as OMs, do we go into listing presentations and open houses and realtor meetings and all the other stuff with a little bit of swagger? And it doesn't mean being cocky and being arrogant and being just like, oh my God, get out of here. It means you belong to a company that is really, really good. And you should feel good about that. There should be some leverage behind that. You should be able to know that you are part of something really, really big. I know here in Sun Valley, we've just about doubled our volume production in 2017 over 2016. I've got a lot of swagger about that because we've got agents that are just knocking it out of the park. We've got more agents, and people out there are saying, what's going on at Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties? And I want to have swagger about that. Again, it doesn't mean you look down on people or you're condescending. It means that you really believe you can do the job. The best teams out there, the best athletic teams, they are so confident in what they can do, and they come out and do it. So show your swagger in 2018. And lastly, let me get rid of this, and then we can open it up if anyone has anything. I just want to say happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you in 2018 for more and better fan clubs. We'll change gears a little bit, but we will continue to do these on Fridays and deliver consistent and relevant training that will help you, I hope, become even better as we move through 2018. So that's my hope for you. I'm going to stop share and get everybody back on board here and open it up to anything anyone wants to say, and then we'll move into the Christmas Carol thing. And I'm just going to call names, and if you can sing something, great, and if not, Joey will yell at you later. But this is being recorded, and so I'll be able to hopefully do something with this. 8 people just dropped off. That's awesome. Anyway, those 10 tips, I know it wasn't like a lot of training, but I just figured it was like a stocking stuffer full of things that if you can choose 1, 2, or 3 of those things for 2018, maybe it'll help you raise the bar even more for your business. Okay, so before the carols, does anyone have any feedback about that or about Fan Club as we look at 2018, or about my hairline or anything that would be of use?
Thank you, Derek. It was great.
Well, that's good. Coming from a first-timer at Fan Club, that means a lot to me. Nice to have you here, Inda. That's awesome. Anything else? No? Okay, I'm going to start, all right? And then Lori, here's the order I'm going. Me, then Lori, then Megan, Liz, Sonia, Inda, Joey, Lee Callahan, Shawnee, Geisha, Margaret, someone in your office can sing. Heidi, if you can get on there. And then the 970-986 number, I don't know who that is. That's the order. So I'm going to start, and then we'll hit
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
what?
Nothing.
She was already singing. She thought she was on mute.
Liz is a born singer. Okay. All right. So here, I'll start. Okay. And then Laura, you ready? Megan, Liz. All right, here we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Lori.
Come, they told me, ba-rum-pa-bum-bum.
Megan. Silent Night. Liz.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose.
So cute.
Excellent. Jeannie's not there. Sonia.
Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
That's right. We were singing that one at the office a couple weeks ago. Good. Inda?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Excellent. We'll stop you there because you're probably going to do the Batman Smells version. Joey.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Excellent. Thank you. Shawnee, oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Derek, there is no way I can finish that after Joey. She actually sounded amazing.
If I make a video of this, I'll warp her voice so it's like outside. So go ahead, Shawnee. You'll be fine.
Oh, no. There's my jingle bells.
Wow. Okay. Really, really cool. Inda, you there again, but you did it. Daisha, did we get at least a laugh from you? Steamboat. Man. Margaret, sing for us, lady.
Grandma got run over by the reindeer.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Grandma. Nice work. Heidi, are you there? Okay, and then last one, 970, whoever that is.
That's Margaret. She's not going to sing again.
Oh, I see. Okay, Kathy and Jeannie, you got something for us? I've made all my Sun Valley peeps sing, so I'm going to let them off the hook. So, all right. Hey, everybody, merriest of Christmases and Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2018. Just keep up the great work. And again, here on my 1-year anniversary, I want to express how grateful I am to be part of this company. Thanks to all of you. So wonderful holiday season, everybody. Okay? Okay.
Thanks,
Bye,
Derek.
Derek. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.